Sega fanboys gone too far this time. They got too far and they crossed the line. They crossed the line. Sega fanboys got everybody's hopes up that we were getting a Dreamcast Mini. Well, I got news for you. Maybe we are getting a Dreamcast Mini. Maybe we are. So what happened was a tweet went out by Sega of Japan because showing all of the Dreamcast variations. The Japan got a lot more variations than we got here in North America. Here in North America, we got two. The regular one and the Sega Sports version. Okay, but in Japan, they got every color under the sun. They had lots of variations. So they made a tweet asking people to kind of vote on their favorite version of the Dreamcast. And this is all in Japanese. This is not in English. And this has got the Sega fanboys. This got them all overly excited. They can't sleep. I'm a Sega fanboy too, but I ain't that big of a Sega fanboy. And it got everybody thinking that the picture of all the Dreamcasts they showed and asking people to vote, they think that they're saying, hey, vote on which one of these you want to be the Dreamcast Mini to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Dreamcast. But that's not it at all. It's English people who don't understand a dang thing of Japanese reading this thing, and they're just jumping to conclusions. So that didn't happen. What this really is it's just a vote. That's all it is. It's a vote on what was the best Dreamcast to celebrate kickoff celebrations of the 20th anniversary of the Dreamcast. So congratulations, if you grew up with the Dreamcast, you're old as balls now, okay? So that being said, okay, I think we can all agree this has nothing to do with a Sega Dreamcast Mini. I've seen several websites reporting that the picture was actually of all of the Dreamcast Minis, and they're going to pick one and release it. All of it's untrue. What this does mean, though, is Sega's going to see the hype, and what better time to release the Dreamcast Mini than in 2019, next year. Not only that, what better time to release it than right before Christmas time 2019? Especially knowing that you better get it released before the mini console hype dies off. This cannot last forever. It will go on a few more years, I do believe. You'll get the N64 Mini, hell, maybe even a PlayStation 2 Mini, a Dreamcast Mini. The Sega Mini's coming out pretty soon, Sega Genesis Mini. We know that. That's probably coming out next year, I believe, 2019. A lot of people are saying, okay, well, they can't release the Dreamcast Mini next year because they haven't released the Sega Mini yet. Well, that's not true at all. They could absolutely release two in a year. It's still going to sell 1 million quadrillion units no matter what. They're both going to be insane sellers. In fact, I do believe the Dreamcast Mini would outsell both the NES and the Super Nintendo combined, even though the system itself didn't do all that great. That's how popular I think it would get and how crazy things would get. Same with the Sega Genesis Mini. I think that has potential to outsell the NES Classic Mini and the Super Nintendo Classic. But under the condition that they release more than 21 games on it. I'm expecting them to go 30 or 40 games. Hell, maybe even 50. They're going to go balls deep on that one. That being said, there are several games that I would like to see on the system. Okay, so you've got your standard ones that are guaranteed going to be on there. Shenmue 1 and 2, Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi. Those are guaranteed to be on there. Probably Space Channel 5. Could be Part 2 most likely, perhaps. Power Stone, hopefully number 2. Power Stone's definitely going to be on there. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 would be amazing if they can get the rights to throw that on there. That's the best version of the game. There are a few others I really hope are on there. Cannon Spike. Dynamite Cop. Dynamite Cop was actually the secret sequel to Die Hard Arcade. I believe they lost the rights to Die Hard or something, so they had to rename it. But it is the 100% sequel to Die Hard Arcade, which is one of the greatest arcade games of all time. It was also released on the Sega Saturn, which I have right here. Die Hard Arcade. And Zombie Revenge I would like to see. What else is there? MDK2, Blue Stinger. So many great games. There's a lot of good, cool racing games on. Record of Lodos War. It was an action RPG, heavily underrated, hidden gem. So many great classics on the Dreamcast. The library's not huge, but there are lots of, especially if it has four players. By the way, if they do give us 4 controllers, Ooga Booga was a cool game back in the game. So Bomberman Online, there were so many good ones. 2019, you heard it here first. I guarantee it's going to happen. Don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and tell me when do you think they're actually going to release it. Because a lot of people don't think they're going to do it. They're not going to do it next year because the Sega Mini's not out. But come on, of course they're going to do it.